Hello, everybody, and thanks for tuning in to SCSN, your home for Solano Sports. We're inside the Falcons' Nest, also known as the Solano College Gymnasium, where we have a rivalry matchup here tonight between your Solano Falcons and the opposing Napa Valley Thunder Storm. I'm Stashi Moida. I'm joined in the broadcast booth with my partner in crime, Mike McLeod. Mike, how you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm feeling good, Stash. And, you know, it was a little bit of an omen last night. We had a thunderstorm. I think even Mother Nature knew this was going to be a great matchup.
Oh, man, you could hear the crowd in anticipation right now. We got a packed house since it is Scout Night here in the Solano College Gymnasium, where the players are signing autographs for the kids, and it's a great night. But you know what? Let's dive into this matchup. Mike, what's the highlight of your game?
Well, you look at these teams, they're mirror images of each other. Napa 7-13, Solano 8-13. Both have lost close games. They're better than their record shows. And Napa really is led by DeMonte Britt, 13.6 points per game. He's their undisputed leader. Look for him to try to get into the lane, but he also is a pretty good three-point shooter as well. Nick Carey, Justin Herbert, they're also starting. Look for them to also be part of the action. You know, what Solano's going to need to do is dictate this game and really play their style of offense and defense. When they play their game, they're a very good team. But if they let Napa start dictating the game on what they want to do, then Solano's going to have a little trouble. But the key to the game is Teron Morrison needs to stay in the game and be the big man down low. But you know what? Here we are getting ready for tip-off, and here we go. Ref having a couple words, and the ball is up. And Solano wins it. Gets it to number 0, Daniel Badger. To Sandy, Ryan Sandy over there on the wing. 22, Jamari Moss. To Keys. Sandy, little cut back, step back. Jacob Keys, spin move, nothing working there. Teron Morrison for 3, and it's good. And you never expect that shot out of him, but he's made it with such regularity that defenses really need to start stepping up to it.
You know, they lose him on a 3. They don't think a big guy can hit a 3, but you know what? He comes up with them more often than not. Napa really trying to drive the lane here. Nothing working. Dishes out the corner for 3. No good. Rebounded by number 22, Jamari Moss.
Getting back to your point about the big man hitting threes, he was supposed to be a stretch 4. When they had Caleb Bonds, he was supposed to be the presence inside.
Teron with a nice-looking shot, just rimmed off the back there and into the hands of the Storm. Number 3, DeMonte Britt gets the Nick Carey. Back to DeMonte. Spin move, post up, and it's good. Good move by number 33, Naaman Hightower.
That's a name.
That is a name. I'm just going to stick with Hightower the rest of the game. Jamari Moss in the middle lane, and he's going to go to the charity stripe to shoot 2.
Is there also a left lane and a right lane?
Oh, it's already starting, Mike. How I've missed you.
I'm not Brian. I'm not going to let you get away with those.
You know, the last game we got to call was against Yuba, where Solano, for the most part, you know, they had a good first half and let it dwindle away in the second half, and Yuba really dictated the end of that game, but Solano really showed a spark with the last 2 minutes. They showed fight. You know, they're in a dogfight, and that's what we're going to see for most of this game. Both of these teams in the middle of the division fighting for, you know, rank here, and it's going to be a good game, Mike.
And what we need, Solano needs to play all 40 minutes.
Oh, and they're going to get a foul call. I thought he had all ball there, Mike.
Well, when you get the hand on the body, and there's a lot of calls that should be no calls if I were a ref, but that's why I'm not a ref.
This brings Hightower to shoot his first 2 free throws of the game.
But
and he makes
getting back to what I was saying, Solano needs to play all 40 minutes of this game like the last 2 minutes of the game against Yuba, because they were down big late in that game, and they made it a game. And they showed that they could fight back, and they showed some solidarity, and they need to be able to do that this game too.
Napa's coming out a little bit full court press there, putting the pressure on Solano. Keys to Sandy, wide open for 3, and it just rims out. Rebounded by Teron Morrison. He puts it back up. No good, gets his own rebound, and there's a foul. And it's going to stay Solano ball. Once again, the presence of Teron Morrison in the paint is crucial for this Falcons team.
In the last couple games that we broadcasted, he's been in foul trouble most of the game, and Solano's had to play small 3, maybe even 4 guards on the court at one time.
And, that's hard, because Coach Nagel wants to save those guys on the bench to relieve his guards. But when you have all your guards out there for the full game, you're going to get tired. So Teron is a big factor in this game.
And when we interviewed Coach Nagel before the season, he prided this team on its size in the interior. And unfortunately, they lost Caleb Bonds, but they still have guys that can play down low.
Like Teron Morrison.
Like Teron Morrison. But there's also Jamari Moss. And Jacob Keys does a lot of the ball handling, but he's a big guy too. Mm-hmm. He can handle himself.
Oh, Sandy almost comes away with the strip there. And it's going to go Solano ball. Good defense by number 2, Ryan Sandy.
Read the passing lanes well that time.
Keys to inbound the pass. Trying to get the Badger. Badger has it. Badger walking it up the court, looking for something to happen. Keys. Good screen by Teron. Keys does it to Sandy. Dribbles right to Teron, to Moss. Jamari looking, 15 on the shot clock. Cut to the basket, tries to put it up, nothing working there, gets it blocked. Storm on a counter break offense. Fast break.
Yeah.
Stop, shoot, no good. Rebounded by number 4, Rodney Fisher.
Air balls always go to the offense.
Oh, up and in for number 33, Naaman Hightower.
And Teron got hit in the face on that one.
And Teron looks to be like he's in pain. Hopefully he's all right.
Probably got hit in the eye. It's never fun.
Either the eye or a broken nose there.
Either way.
Not good.
No.
Not good. As we were just saying, he's going to be a crucial part to the game, and now he's injured.
We can't hype him up and have him get injured in the first
And it looks like the
minutes.
training staff is coming out onto the court now.
Very perceptive of you.
Yes, the Solano sports medicine class really takes very well of all our athletes here at Solano.
I pass by it every day coming through the gym. It looks like they're having fun. Everybody's having fun in there.
They're in there taping, stretching, and just looks like a lot of fun. But I'm sorry, I don't want to be taping other guys. That's just me.
I want to join a sports team just so I can go in there and get taped. It looks fun.
Get the ice bath, maybe a hot tub or 2.
Oh, yeah.
Turn on some Sports Center. But you know what? This is not a moment we should really making jokes, as this injury looks more serious than we really thought. And, it could, with all, we've been learning a lot about concussions in the NFL, MLB, basketball, and it's something not to mess around with. Concussions are very serious when injury.
Definitely a serious injury. I don't think this will be a concussion because he was grabbing more of his face than his head, but I could be wrong. It just looked like he was grabbing his eye, like he got poked there.
He's just rolling around and looks like he's in obvious pain. And, at this point we just have to, pray and hopefully he's all right and to be back in this game. And if not, get healthy soon to be back for the next game, because this would be a huge loss for Solano's team.
This Solano team is teetering on the edge of a runaway season, and losing
Teron.
Yes, that's the one. I was thinking of Jamari Moss, but looks like he's getting up now.
It looks like he's a little dazed. That is definitely.
I wish we had replay so we could look back at what happened.
Yep, we're just going to have to wait to see the broadcast after this game. But at least he's getting up on his own 2 feet.
Shaking it off.
And the crowd here gives him a nice round of applause. Hopefully he'll be all right to come back in this game. But we'll just have to see. Maybe at halftime.
It looks like he's going straight to the locker room or the sports medicine room.
Oh,
maybe not.
Staying on the bench, so that's a good sign for Solano. Checking in for Solano is number 32, Corey Duran.
I should just wait till things happen before I say it.
Badger Duran. Keys, little low pass. Keys comes back up with it. He's trapped in the corner there. He's driving baseline. Gets it to Jamari Moss. Moss to Badger. Left-hand layup and good.
Nice spin move.
Great counter by Solano after an injury to your teammate come out and puts him on the boards. Oh, Duran was waiting for him there. The good move by Hightower to see the presence and wait to take his open shot. Keys, dribbles left, driving the lane, Sandy coming in, and that was a blatant travel call that Napa. They had Napa bench up in an uproar there.
LeBron can do it. Dwayne Wade can take 8 steps.
Yeah, but they also pay the refs every game, you know.
I'm sure these refs get paid something.
As in LeBron and D-Wade pay the refs.
Fair enough.
Storm doing a lot of movement, rotating very well. Stripped away by Corey Duran, but Storm come back up with the ball. Solano's playing some tight interior defense right now. Out to the corner. And he stepped on the line. It's going to be Falcon ball.
And what I noticed on that possession is Jacob Keys doing the ball handling, but also on defense, patrolling the paint and telling everybody where to go, pushing his teammates to their assignments. The rest of the team looked a little body lost, but Jacob Keys knew what he was doing.
Badger dishes to the Keys. Keys drops it down low to Duran. And Duran, strong finish with the basket. That's a man move right there, Mike.
That's very true. That's the type of move I do, because I'm a man.
Okay, if you're playing with your nephew.
Hey, he needs to learn sometime.
Nick Carey for 3. Yeah, this is like, Jamari Moss up in for 2. Good pass by number 35, Jacob Keys. You know, these two teams are trading blows right now. Sandy, and it's going to stay Storm ball. Sandy got a hand on it. Looked like it tipped off his foot. But checking in for your Falcons is number 3, Donovan Smith. Checking in for the Storm is number 0, Chris Edmonds. And number 15, Dante Baldwin. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Denzel Keyser, number 34.
That's a name, too.
Yes, it is. Storm trying to make something happen here. Badger playing some tight defense. Driving the lane, up and good for number 0, Chris Edmonds. Comes right off the bench and makes an impact on this game.
That's what you want to have a bench player.
Keys to Moss. Moss back up to Keys. Keys thought about it. Dribbles left, drives the lane back out to Moss. Moss in the corner now. Moss dribbling right, spins up to the basket, and it's good. And Donovan Smith with the follow there, but he did not need it because Jamari Moss did it himself. Man, isn't Jamari Moss a fun player to watch?
He reminds me a lot of a player in the NCAA. Name rhymes with Jamari. Jabari Parker. Reminds me a lot of the way he plays.
Just athletic, getting to the rim, the ability to shoot, the ability to pass. You know, he's a 5-tool player out there.
That's true. Cocoa Crisp, but basketball. I throw you one there.
Thank you.
No, that's the one you get a game.
And he misses his first. Checking in for the Falcons is number 44, Tim Moore, or 44, Kyle Overstock, number 33, Tim Moore, and number 55, Brandon Davis. And Overstock introduces in Davis with the ball now. Davis to Smith. Smith to Moore. Moore to Duran. To Overstock. Back to Davis. Solano working the ball very well. Davis puts it up and good. Now let's see if Napa can answer. Oh, good bounce pass down low to number 34, Denzel Keyser. Smith with the ball now. Oh, Smith saw a lane, nothing working there. Kicks it to Moore. Moore back to Smith. To Overstock. To Brandon. Moore up top now, looking for something to happen. Dribbles left, nothing working there. Kicks it back to Smith. Smith puts up the jumper for 3 and no good. You know, Mike, this is something that I saw the last game against Yuba is that they're very complacent as in passing. They just pass it around the perimeter and their interior guys aren't doing too much. What can they do to help that?
They need to have one of their primary ball ball handlers on the court at all times. Ryan Sandy and Jacob Keith.
Oh, and that is going to be a 4-point play for number 4, Rodney Fisher.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, wow is all you have to say about that.
That's a big boy move, too.
Yeah, it is a big boy move. You know, and that's one of those fouls you don't want to give up. When a guy's shooting a three that way, don't get in his face. Don't foul him, because either way, you're getting 3 free throws or a 4-point play.
Stephen Carter coming in for the Napa Valley Storm.
And checking in for your Solano Falcons is number 10, Hosea Barfield. And he completes the 4-point play for number 4, Rodney Fisher. Ironic, ain't it?
No, just coincidental. Checking in for Napa Valley Storm, Christian Grobiker.
Grobiker, now that's a
number
name.
21. Well,
Man,
Christian with a K.
Man, where do they get these guys? Ukraine with all these names? I mean, Hosea trying to dribble, drives the lane, stop, jump, loses the ball. Storm come up with the steal. You know, he tried to drive the lane there with 4 Napa defenders in the lane. For 3, no good. Tim Moore with the rebound, and foul goes number 22, Ty Arnold. His first personal.
And getting back to your point of what can they do to get some movements in offense, they need to have Ryan Sandy or Jacob Keys on the floor at all times. Maybe not start them together. I don't exactly know. They both deserve to start, but maybe not the people who deserve to start should start.
Oh, Corey Duran trying to put some big moves on there. Brandon Davis trying to come up with the ball, but it's stolen away by number 21, Christian Grobecker. Yeah.
Something like that. Close enough, right? No.
Oh, Tim Moore almost picked his pocket there. Getting down. Look at that hustle play right there, but for a 3, and it's good. You know, 15-23. 8-point game now. Ever since Napa hit that 4-point play, Solano has yet to hit a bucket. Overstock for 3. No good. Duran with the rebound. Puts it up for second chance opportunity. No good.
Kind of short on that one.
You know, Mike, if you get a second chance opportunity, you better put that in the bucket, especially the way the Napa's running the court right now.
Yeah, all points are precious.
Oh, that is a foul called.
That's one of those plays. If he makes the bucket, you don't call a foul. You don't make it a 3-point play. If he misses it, obviously, like just happened, you call the foul, because obviously then the defense must have done something to affect it.
But once again, you know what? Solano came out strong. Teron Moore isn't on the court, you know. And all of a sudden, Teron goes down with an injury, and now he's still sidelined back there in the sports medicine room. And look how the momentum has shifted.
Yeah, Kyle Osterstock, no offense against him, he's not Teron Morrison. And he's done his best. He gave him good minutes, but now Jamari Moss comes back in. Ryan Sandy comes back in. Look for Ryan Sandy to handle a lot of the ball.
Yeah, the last game we had from Yuba with a highlight for Solano's team was Ryan Sandy. He had himself one heck of a game. Passing the ball, defensively, shooting threes. I mean, all the way around, he had a great game. And he makes them both.
Timeout.
Nope. Checking in for the Napa Valley Storm is DeMonte Britt.
Oh, I thought it was a timeout.
Oh, Sandy made his defender just go flying backwards. Jamari Moss with the ball now. Kicks it to Moore. Tim Moore looking around, gets it to Sandy. Sandy with a good little crossover. Tim Moore open for 3 in the corner, leaves it a little short. Rebounded by DeMonte Britt for the Storm. Ooh, little Euro move there. Couldn't quite get to go. Up to Badger. Badger pushing the tempo. Even numbers here. Good move. Oh, couldn't quite finish though. Hosea tried to come in for the rebound.
Over the back. Offensive foul.
Hey, took the words right out of my mouth there, partner.
I got to get my words in somehow.
Yeah, you know, now it's a 10-point ball game, and the Storm have the momentum, and I believe Solano has not scored a bucket in the past 2 minutes.
Wouldn't doubt it.
Ooh, bad pass from number 21, Christian Grobecker.
Rudebaker?
Rudebaker. Good movie. Sandy dribbling up
That
left.
was a movie?
Rookie of the year, bro.
Oh, yeah. That's right. A little before my time.
Yes, it was. I'm showing my age now.
I'm a
Tim
youngin'.
Moore driving the lane here. Tries to get up and in. Good defense by the Storm here. Storm settling down the ball. Ty Arnold with the ball. Kicks it over to Steven. Back to Ty. To DeMonte. To Christian. All the way back out to number 22, Steven Carter. Down low. Ooh, good defense by Solano, but they allowed the second chance opportunity to number 0, Chris Edens, and they walk away with a bucket.
You got to help the helper. If you rotate over to try to block the shot, somebody needs to be there to get the rebound.
Napa is now on an 8-0 run the past 3 minutes. Sandy trying to make something happen here. Tim Moore to Hosea. Hosea for 3 and just overshoots that one there. Oh, and there's just a scramble for the ball going on. It's like this is looking like a pickup game out in the b-ball courts over at Armiel High School.
Oh,
You're on the monitor.
Low blow. Low blow. I think that's doing a disservice to actual pickup games. I mean, Armio not included, obviously. I was playing.
It was
Armio.
meant towards Armiel.
Yeah.
Because at Rod we had better street baller teams.
No, not at all. You had white boys in trucks. They don't play basketball. I believe you were one of them.
Napa driving the lane here, up and in for good for 2 for number 22, Steven Carter. Badger. Solano desperately needs a bucket here. Jamari going up, and it's tipped. It's going to stay. Falcon ball.
They're letting them play a lot on Solano's ends. And I guess they are letting them play a little bit.
They've let it play both ways. Solano just had a couple more fouls, but overall the officiating has been very well done. Badger to Keys. Keys trying to drive the lane, little spin move. Dishes back out to Badger, to Sandy. Sandy, little cut step. Man, he gets him every time with that cut. It's ferocious. Sandy for 3, just off the mark. Tim Moore trying to come up the rebound. Napa now pushing the tempo once again. Up into the basket, no good. Sandy with the rebound. Gets it out to Keys. And it's going to be a charge called on number 35, Jacob Keys. I think Napa is reacting to what Jacob Keys, every time, the past 4 or 5 times Jacob's had the ball on top of the key, he's driving the lane and he's stopping and looking for an outlet pass. Napa is reading that, and now they just know, just plant your feet and let him run right into you.
It's true. And they need to be, Solano needs to be even more aggressive. They need to not stop in the lane. They need to keep making moves to keep getting into the lane, because eventually you're either going to get fouled or you're going to make buckets.
But they really need to start making better shot selections. Every shot that they have been attempting has been contested, and on top of that, they're just not moving the ball very well. Napa's doing a good job on defense.
Yeah, and that's very true. I mean, you look at Napa and they're getting the ball up the court. They're doing their best to just keep Solano out of rhythm with the way that they're supposed to play basketball, which, I mean, Solano doesn't play a downbeat. They don't play a slow-paced basketball game, and they're getting outworked.
Yes, they are. But like I was saying earlier, without Teron Morrison, Solano's missing their big physical guy down low. If you watch, Napa keeps driving the lane, and then Solano really has no answer for him.
Yeah. It looks like the Warriors when Bogut comes off the floor. You're just getting to the lane every single time.
Well, looks like, let's see if Coach Nagel has an answer to it, and let's see if Solano can get back in this game with 8:47 left on the clock.
Looks like Napa brought in all their starters back in.
DeMonte Britt up top here, working on Badger. Kicks over to Rodney Fisher. To Hightower. Ty Arnold. Napa moving the ball very well on the perimeter. 15 on the shot clock. High screen. Tries to go down low. Stolen away by Badger. Yes, he gets it. He's pushing up tempo. Jamari Moss couldn't get the low bounce pass there. And Sandy to Badger, who started it all, and it's good. And that's the bucket Solano needed to get their momentum, to get the ball rolling right now.
Sometimes you just need to take the lid off of it.
Just have some fun, boys. Just have some fun.
That's the way I always played.
12-point deficit now. Oh, Badger again with the steal. All alone, nobody around him, and he throws it down.
I like that one.
Very nice.
That is 2 back-to-back plays by Daniel Badger. And he was the one that really sparked it against Yuba, too. He was the one telling his team to get up and actually play some basketball.
Solano starting to step up their defense a little bit. Keep them out of the paint. I think 16 seconds left on the shot clock. Trying to drive the lane again, nothing working. Solano's D's really they're taking away the lower game. Floater pass to the corner, shot up, and it's good for number 4, Rodney Fisher. Don't know how he got that one to go.
And sometimes good defenses just get beat by good offense.
When a guy's hot, right?
Well, I mean, I guess for you.
Jamari Moss to the rim. No good. No, Solano really needed to answer there. But if Solano can take away the way that Napa's been driving the lane, I think they can crawl back into this. Hey, it's going to stay Napa ball.
Heads up play by Jamari Moss to get out of the way. He looked down and saw that it was still out of bounds.
Checking in for your Solano Falcons is number 3, Donovan Smith, and number 44, Kyle Overstock.com.
It's Osterstock.
It's Osterstock?
Yeah.
It says Overstock here.
Osterstock.
Oh, well.
Somebody made that wrong.
Yes, they did. It's Osterstock, so my bad, Kyle.
Osterstock.com.
I'll buy you a hot dog and make up for that one.
If Solano gets to 100, everybody owes us hot dogs.
Yeah.
Or they owe everybody hot dogs.
No, just us.
No, just us. Okay.
Yeah.
I could go for one.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty hungry, This is the second game of our doubleheader where the women just keep on rolling to 12 straight victories. Can you believe that?
The women are just fun to watch.
Oh, man. I never thought I'd be really excited to watch women's basketball. It's just not my forte. But you know what? This team has really sparked me. The way they've been moving the basketball, shooting three-pointers, playing defense. I mean, they're a very, very fun team to watch. So if you're tuned into this game, I'm sure right below the link on our YouTube channel or our Facebook page, you can check out that game and watch that blowout of victory they had. Which victory isn't a blowout for them, right? Averaging 90 points a game.
Giving up only 35.
It's ridiculous, man. Nicole White. Man, she had a great game tonight.
She was the player of the game tonight.
She just added that spark. Something the men's team need from Donovan Smith. Oh, no good, but Daniel Badger puts it back in for 2.
And, we've said for a couple of games now that Solano needs somebody to come off the bench and be a leader. And maybe Daniel Badger is that guy.
Even though with him getting the start today, maybe it's something that Coach Nagel likes to see in his lineup. Badger behind the back. Good cross. He's going to the hole. No finish. Badger back out to Sandy. Sandy wide open for 3. And he couldn't get the shooter's
Unfriendly
balance.
roll.
Man, that hoop, there must be something, off-kiltered about that hoop. There's been a bunch of shots where it's just been in and out.
Great for burgers, bad for basketball. I say that a lot. Nobody really likes it when I do. I'm glad you laughed. Thank you.
I got it.
Yeah.
Oh, for 3. Fade away. No good. Tipped alive. Badger with the ball. 3-on-1. They have numbers. Sandy draws a foul. He's going to go to the line to shoot 2. Smart play by Sandy there.
But how important is Daniel Badger to this team? Imagine how big the lead would be if Daniel Badger wasn't playing.
Man. If Daniel Badger wasn't in this game right now, it wouldn't be pretty for the Solano team right now because, he's adding that extra little pep like we've been talking about last game, and every team needs that player, and so far he's been doing that for the Solano team, keeping them in this game. I mean, they're down by 11 points. That's still, there's 5:32 left in the first half,
Keeping them afloat.
Yeah, if you keep it between 8 and 12 points at halftime, you can definitely come back in that second half, make adjustments, and pull away with this victory. And he makes them both. Napa starting to slow down the tempo here a little bit. Brandon Davis is back in the game for your Falcons. Shot, fade away, and it's good.
And he's made a couple from that side.
Nick Carey. You know what? He has a nice little fadeaway jumper. Sandy, look at this. Coming down. Jamari Moss driving the lane. Good pass from Sandy. Puts it up for 2. Timeout called by the Storm. So that brings us to 5:02 left in the first half. Solano down by 10. It's time to do a little station identification. You're tuned in to SCSN, your home for Solano Sports. And I'm Star Shimoda, my broadcast partner, Mike McLeod. We just want to say thank you for tuning in and putting up with us.
And you do have to put up with us. I'm sure a lot of people probably just put us on mute and watch the game in silence.
But for you, those of you who didn't put it on mute, thanks for listening. We appreciate it. And, any feedback would be great. So if you're watching this video on YouTube, leave a little comment.
In the comments.
Let us know what's up. If you have a business that we want to help promote, make a little donation and we can help you out.
That's true. We're always looking for people to help sponsor the program. It really help the student athletes, help us in the program. It's all about bettering ourselves.
And there's an off-ball foul. It's going to be Solano ball. Exactly. We're just not here for us. We're here for the athletes as well because we want to show all the big four-year schools that they could possibly transfer to what skilled players we have on the court, on the field, or whatever. Brandon Davis dribbling left to Sandy to Smith. Smith to Jamari Moss. Spin move up. Good. And Jamari Moss is feeling it, starting to feel it a little bit. Cuts his game to an 8-point ball game.
Jamari Moss really could be the guy to provide most of the scoring punch for this team.
For 3, no good. Sandy, fast break offense right here. Cuts left, cuts right. Puts it up, no foul called, and it's going to be a transition offense for the Napa Storm. And Brandon Davis almost gets a hand on it, but number 4, Rodney Fisher, comes away with the bucket.
It's hard to say that they're letting him play when there's 13 fouls that have been called, but
it's a good game. Flat out a good game. Jamari Moss tries to go to the rim. No foul called there. Brandon Davis comes down with it, and he gets it ripped away. And it's going to stay Solano ball because it looked like number 0, Chris Edens, stepped on the line there. Still 10-point ball game. Would you call the alley-oop inbound pass to Jamari Moss right here?
That would be fun to watch.
Oh, number 1, Michael Tomoloso checks into the ball game for your Falcons.
You want to talk about names.
Smith, pull up jumper, just no good. Almost had it. Oh, good move from number 3, DeMonte Britt. It's not the fact that Solano's shooting bad right now. They just can't get, the buckets to fall when they want them to fall. They're hitting the rim all over the place, in and out, but they just need a couple of them to fall. Oh, good backdoor cut by Donovan Smith for 2, but even better pass from number 55, Brandon Davis, to realize that cut.
That must have been some sort of drawn-up play because I don't see any way he could have known that he was going to be there.
That was just a great overall play, good heads-up pass, and good way to score. Ooh. I was watching number 0, Chris Edens, pregame. This guy's got some hops. He's got some power. I saw him throw down a couple, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a dunk from him later on this game.
And when you're playing on the road, you always want to throw one down on your opponent's court.
Especially against your bitter rival,
Christian Gobiker coming back in.
And number 0, Daniel Badger for your Falcons. So you got to love rivalry games, man. It brings out the best in both teams because
it's the reason why sports exist.
Exactly. Just adds that intensity. Look at the NFC Championship game. 2 teams that hated each other. And there's an off-ball foul on Daniel Badger. Did you get the call on that, Mike?
It must have been just jockeying for position and just holding or something of the like.
Now, since they were in the bonus, why didn't that go to free throws?
Offensive fouls don't count as team fouls. So charging fouls, that sort of thing, it's just a change of possession.
So they don't count against your foul totals for the evening?
Right.
Got it. See, you learn something new every day.
Even though
oh, and they got the charge call. Good heads-up play by Jamari Moss to get his feet planted and get the ball back for his Falcons. Well, 2:14 left. 39-29, down by 10. Let's see how the Solano will finish off the first half. Like I said, they do very well in the last 2 minutes. Davis to Smith to Badger. Badger trying to cut down a lane. Nothing working there. Get to the Smith. Spin move. Michael. Pull up. Jumper. And it's good.
You know that one was going in before it even hit the rim.
Oh, you already heard me calling it.
Yeah.
He's money from right there, man. Oh, and they put the 2 points for Napa on the scoreboard there. When it's 31-41. And see, the ref noticed it also and called.
The scoreboard. It's wrong. Fix it.
The stat lady over there, she's a little embarrassed. She has a nice little smile on her face. She didn't know. No harm done.
No harm, no foul. Just an inbounds play.
Oh. And a charge call on number 4, Rodney Fisher.
And that's 2 or 3 in a row now.
You know, Solano is reading that they like to drive the lane, so might as well just stand there and let them run into you. You can't get a foul call on you doing that way if you're just hanging out.
That's what I told my Powder Puff girls when I coached one year. We were getting destroyed.
Really?
And
did you make them with sugar, spice, and everything
yep,
nice? All right.
always.
I'm kind of upset that I know that.
They just revamped the series. I'm sad that I know that.
Oh. And a foul call is going to go on number 0, Chris Edens, when it looked like clearly Jamari Moss slipped and fell there. Maybe the legs were tangled. I don't know. We don't have the best view over here in the right corner of the bleachers.
Yeah, that's where they stuff us.
Yeah, we wish we'd have our own little press box, but I guess we're not that good yet, right?
Wait till someone from here makes it to the NBA, starts donating wings to the school, and
oh, and he couldn't make the first, but Donovan Smith with the rebound. Give it to Jamari, and oh! Jamari Moss with the dunk.
I like that call.
I thought I wish you would have did a little one-handed dance. Wait, that works, right?
You get more.
Oh! And DeMonte Britt thought the zebra was on his team there. Just said, here you go, ref. I don't want the ball anymore. Go ahead and have it. 33-39, a minute left to go. Within a minute, they've clawed back in within 6 points. Don't know what it is about this team. They like the last 2 minutes, man.
They're used to playing the last 2 minutes. They've lost a bunch of nail biters, and they've learned and they've grown from it.
You know, I really like the fight in this team, and I've been saying that all year. They just, you know, the games they've lost, they just come short just a little bit. They didn't play a bad game. They have not played a bad game yet. They were just flat out beaten by better teams.
And the Bay Valley Conference is no slouch this year.
You got
Yuba's
Merritt.
good. Merritt's good. There are a lot
Contra
of good
Costa's
teams.
good.
Yeah.
I mean, you can name them all. I mean, every team in the Bay Valley Conference is a good basketball school.
I think if this Solano team played in one of the weaker conferences, they could easily be 14-8 instead of 8-14 or 8-13.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they dominate almost any other division besides this one. This is definitely the powerhouse conference for basketball.
Definitely one of the powerhouses.
Yeah, not for other sports. Each sport has their own, dominance. We definitely know that basketball.
You want to talk about dominant divisions? You talk about baseball and the Bay Valley Conference.
You just took the words right out of my mouth there, Mr. Mike. Baseball Saturday. Tomorrow. I am ready. Home opener against DVC.
I'm not going to waking up at 10:30 on a Saturday.
We have to be there at 10:30, Mike.
I'm not going to look forward to waking up at 10 o'clock on a Saturday.
No, more like 10:15 for you. Donovan Smith to the bucket. And they're going
offensive foul
on Jamari Moss. Jamari's playing physical, I said,
I like to see that out of him.
I want to see beast mode come out. After that monster dunk he had against Merritt.
It's in him.
It's in him. We saw beast mode. Let's see beast mode tonight. Michael playing some good defense. Napa once again just trying. Oh, Jamari Moss got a hand on it. Blocked it away. Looks like he got poked in the eye a little bit. Badger coming up. 33 seconds left on the clock. Now, do you put up a quick shot and try to go 2 for 1 here, Mike?
No. There's a 2-second difference between the shot and game clock, so just wind it down. Make sure that you don't have less than a 6-point deficit.
I like it. they've come back strong in the final 2 minutes. They started to find their groove, find some momentum, and as the clock winds down, 8 seconds, 6. Badger spin move, puts it up. Oh, and Jamari Moss was going to go in strong, but he just had a man in his way, and the ball didn't bounce his way.
No, it did not. It bounced off the side of the rim, so the front of the rim.
If that would have bounced off the back, that could have been na-na-na. Stolen away. Sandy puts up the 3.
Deep.
Oh!
Mighty at the half.
The bank is open for Ryan Sandy to cut this lead down to 3 going into the half. Wow.
Give him 4 points for that one.
What an exciting half of basketball here inside the Solano College Sports Gymnasium. Mike, what'd you take out of this first half?
Napa has the lead, but you feel like Solano dominated a little bit more of that first half. They started out strong for Napa. So we're getting some.
Even the fans are still buzzing about the shot right there.
Wow.
That was unbelievable shot. You know what? Like you were saying, Solano came out the last 2 minutes there, really crawled back into this game, and they're showing the fight inside of them right now. It's going to be exciting second half action. We'll bring it to you right after these messages.
Solano Community College transformed my life.
And gave me the opportunities I needed to succeed.
I received the same university caliber education.
Without the pressures of debt holding me back. Affordable and flexible, I fulfilled my undergraduate classes.
Getting to the information I truly have a passion for.
The decision to attend SCC empowered my future.
And made my dream of attending Yale University a reality. Solano Community College, the educated choice.
Thank you, Mike, and thank you, Stosh. I am here with the player of the game, Jamari Moss. And Jamari, such a crazy game. Solano was down for the majority of it to Napa. How did it feel just being in that atmosphere?
It's always good. It's a home crowd. We had to get revenge, so there's a lot of noise in here, so we had to turn it around.
I'm sure there was a lot of noise, and I'm sure our camera crew and our announcers heard that noise as well. During the first quarter, early on, Teron Morrison was lost to an injury. What was it like for him to come back into the game? Did that inspire you in any way?
Yeah, it was really big because he couldn't see out of his right eye. So it was like he was fighting every minute. Every minute he was just trying to get rebounds. He came in to do with the team, to help the team. He was very good on the boards, very helpful with block shots and everything. So he was pretty good.
Hey, you weren't too bad with block shots yourself. So just you gotta tell me. Like, as a short guy, I'm never gonna feel what it's like to just swat someone. What's that feel like?
Oh man, it's like swatting your little brother since day one. It's easy. That's the best thing about it, because they just think they can just go up against you, and you already know.
Not having any of it.
Happening.
All right, now last question. They go to you with the fourth quarter, you're down. How do you handle the pressure?
It's pretty big for me because my coach believed in me to give me the last shot. They were going to the Ryan Sandy a lot, so he wanted to divert a lot. So he gave me the ball, run the play all game, any game. And it's just like what I do all the time, just normal play.
Jamari Moss was very clutch today. So thank you, Jamari. Player of the game. Back to you, Mike and Stosh.
Thank you.